Okay, so how does carbon 375 work in the plant? Okay, so carbon 375, as we know, is very systemic. It has a very small carbon particle size that's able to get inside the plant very, very easily. So I'm going to draw a picture of the plant. Let's just say this is a soybean plant, for lack of a... Okay, so we have our leaves, we have our meristem, we have our main stem, we have our soil, and then we have our root system. When carbon 375 is applied to the plant with via foliar spray, it's highly conductive to the plant leaf because it has, remember, it has a negative charge. So our carbon particle has a negative charge, highly conductive to the plant leaf, enters the plant leaf. The stomatal openings do not need to be open. It is very small and it's able to enter the plant right through the follicle. So it does not need to be sprayed in the morning. When the stomatal openings, when the stomata is open, it can be sprayed any time of day. And in fact, the hotter, the better. So our carbon liquid enters the plant, makes its way through down with the meristem, and as it pulls itself with our negative charge, as it pulls itself through the leaf, it flushes the sugar, leaf sugars, from the leaf and pushes those down into that meristem, down into that stem, and out into the root system. And so this highway is called the phloem. It goes from the leaf to the root, and that's where the root system receives the sugars from the leaf to feed the biologicals through the root exudates. So we get a blast of root exudate, sugar and carbon out through the root system. And our biologicals, our mycorrhizal fungi and our beneficial bacteria here at the root system become much more attracted to the root. And as these mycorrhizal fungi, basically microscopic worms, come in, attract to the root system, they die, more mycorrhizal fungi come in, they digest those, and we get, if this is an up-close picture of a root, we get a really nice little compost area here around each root system, which is your rhizomaceous, is your rhizome, is your atmosphere around the root system. So without carbon 375, our rhizomes are typically a little smaller. With carbon 375, our rhizome areas are a little bit larger. And this digestive area, the plant is able to control the pH in this rhizosphere around each root system. So if your pH is an 8 out here in this rhizosphere, this plant is much more likely to control its own pH. You get much better uptake, you get much better water retention, a much cleaner root system. Your mycorrhizal fungi is the key to higher yields, healthier plants, and better water retention. And so when the carbon product begins to develop these more energized and more advanced rhizosphere, we get a nice return uptake back up through the xylem, and your xylem runs this way, back out onto the leaf, where in your xylem is going to pull moisture and nutrients back out to the leaf so that your leaf can take the sunlight, CO2, make chlorophyll, make more sugar. So this system, carbon 375, gets this dynamic working much better, much more efficiently, and ultimately your plants and your crops will have higher yields.